Today I am hitting the road and heading off to Indiana. I'll meet up with my friend Veronica, the hip grandma, from Michigan. Sit back, relax, and enjoy another edition of the Traveling Cheesehead Visits. This trip takes me 360 miles from Sun Prairie, about a 6-hour drive if you account for all the bathroom breaks. So we are at the Madison County Visitors Bureau, and you've heard me say before that these places are a font of information. You want to know something in the area, these are the places to go. So there's my buddy Veronica. We're going in. Visitor centers worldwide offer a wealth of local highlights, brochures, and Instagram-worthy opportunities that encapsulate the essence of their respective regions. These centers are staffed by friendly locals, eager to share their insider knowledge and help you make the most of your visit. They organize the must-see landmarks, hidden gems, and cultural experiences. They cater to all interests, whether you're a history buff, outdoor enthusiast, or culinary adventurer. So they've got us staying at the Fairfield right now. So we're going to just kind of walk in and show you how cute this place is. Because I know a chain seems like a chain that seems like a chain. But I love hotels that also do like the breakfast buffets and things like that. Because there's one less thing for me to worry about when I'm traveling. So let's take a look. I'm going through the mess. Here we go. So look at the lobby. Isn't that cute? I love teal, you know that. You've got the breakfast area up ahead. And oh look, we have a nice friendly smiling face. So this is what you see when you walk into the Fairfield. And I love all the little touches. So you have a cute little media center behind there that will go around. Copies of the USA Today, because don't we all like to keep an eye on what's going on? Look, computer, printer, the breakfast area, coffee. Oh my gosh, talk about, after my own heart. But I love the details. Take a look. So you've got the nice, just relaxing decor. What a great way to start your morning, right? And then there's a pool, there's a workout room. How much fun is that when you've got everything all under one roof? So I'm getting ready. I'm going to be meeting with my host from Anderson, Indiana tonight. We're going out to dinner at this fun place, which you're going to hear about more in just a minute. So. Check this out. I think our ride's here. We are guests right now of Anderson, Madison County, and the fun starts here. Nothing like a quick stop for some Pendleton street art. It may or may not have shown up on Instagram, but then we say, welcome to Catello's. Now, this enchanting Italian restaurant is full of old world charm and new world comforts. Y'all know I love supporting my local farmers, and their craft of dairy is just a bonus for me. I mean, Wisconsin cheese, can we say more? I'm a member of the Wisconsin Agricultural Tourism Association. So Catello himself, now he hails from Naples and comes from a family deeply rooted in the dairy industry, where secrets of crafting Italian cheeses and dairy products were passed down through generations. He would build upon that to create his own signature touches to authentic Italian cuisine. So, cheese, y'all. You know me and cheese. Now, I get to eat out a lot. When a place takes you past a meal out and helps create a dining experience, that is totally memorable and worth sharing. You can't help but revel in the unique combinations of flavors and aromas that tease you the moment you enter this restaurant. So today we're going to uncover the art of making burrata. It's a culinary masterpiece that has captivated palates around the world. This normally takes several hours, but the tableside presentation kind of jumps in as the cheese curd is already ready for this part. Now, burrata, if you're not familiar with it, it's an Italian word that means buttery. It's a delectable cheese that hails from the lush regions of southern Italy. At its core, burrata is a soft, creamy cheese, kind of like mozzarella, but what sets it apart is its unique, sumptuous filling. Now, the magic happens when the outer layer of fresh mozzarella is stretched and shaped into kind of a pouch. Then it's filled with this indulgent blend of fresh cream and curd. Once sealed, the result is an exquisite, delicate package that kind of combines the creaminess of mascarpone with that subtle tang of a good mozzarella. Burrata is cherished for its luxurious texture, making it a gourmet delight. When sliced open, it reveals that rich, gooey interior that just kind of oozes with dairy perfection. I know you're all with me, especially if you're listening in Wisconsin. So when we're looking at this now, it's usually served alongside an array of complementary ingredients like fresh tomatoes, basil, olive oil, and like a really good balsamic glaze. When that's all put together, burrata becomes a harmonious symphony of flavors. In every bite, burrata kind of encapsulates that essence of Italy, tradition, craftsmanship, and the love for simple yet just extraordinary ingredients. Catello shaped one mozzarella ball and dropped it into an ice bath to kind of set its shape up and cool it a little bit, then turned the other into a case for the burrata. He then finished it off, like I said, with that olive oil. He added pesto, homemade balsamic reduction that was sinful, sun-dried tomatoes, a little garnish. He had some fresh cracked black pepper. And yes, when you are with other travel writers, the camera always eats first. Photos come before forks every single time. But oh my gosh, I wish I could have shared this with you, and I wish that there was smell-o-vision. So what does a gal from Wisconsin love more than cheese? How about more cheese? So cheese wheel pasta is the second of the two different tableside experiences that you can have at Catello's. Now, I personally, going out again, would pick one or the other, but they were both amazing. You kind of have to go, are you hanging maybe with the gals and having wine, appetizers, and dessert? Then maybe the burrata is for you. Or if you're like, oh, I'm going to have a romantic dinner with my sweetie, then totally do the cheese wheel pasta. But both in one night, unless you just want a nice leisurely evening, it might be a bit much. So let's talk about cheese wheel pasta, because this is often referred to as cheese wheel pasta dish or pasta alla wheel. It's a delightful Italian culinary creation that combines the rich flavors of pasta with the creamy decadence of cheese. It's a dish that's gained popularity in certain Italian restaurants. You're starting to see it pop up kind of more and more, or at least I am during my travels. Now, I certainly didn't expect to find this in the middle of Indiana, so it was an incredibly delightful surprise, and probably the best fettuccine I have ever had. In fact, I'm planning to bring my teenager on college break down just for this, because talk about a fettuccine, aficionado. My teenager is going to just rave about this. So now Catello, he has mastered this. His mom taught him, but he also spent 3 years in Bologna. Now, we didn't get his recipe for the cheese wheel pasta. We saw him throw a few things in there, some alcohol, light it. The flame helped heat the cheese, melt it a little bit so that he could create a nice gooey environment for when the pasta was actually brought in. But we learned a few different things about the cheese wheel. Like, they start out at 90 pounds. Then there's the date code and how many of them are made that are stamped on the outside of it. That as that cheese sauce melts, you see them scrape the insides of it a little bit to add a little bit more of that Parmesan right into that sauce. Then they add the fresh hot pasta. It was brought from a pan in the kitchen, tossed it to coat in there as he pulled even more of that Parmesan in. And then this is where my husband was validated. A spoon and the fork were used to serve it, to do the final scraping and serving it. My husband for 30 years has tried to teach me how to eat spaghetti by using a spoon and a fork, insisting that the spoon is needed to twist the pasta to keep it on the fork. Don't let him watch this episode. So plating it up, again using that fork and spoon, and scraping the sides of that cheese wheel to get that extra dairy goodness out of there. Garnished with porchetta or pork cheeks is what he said. There was a fancy name for it on the menu, which I can't remember off the top of my head. And he dusted it with some freshly cracked black pepper. I mean, talk about a masterpiece. Now, he said that they may do 8 to 10 of these a night if the first one goes out early enough. What you need to know is that they do this Monday through Thursday, both the burrata and the cheese wheel pasta. On weekends, it's subject to chef availability. So phone first, it's your friend. The cost of this, it runs about $58 for 2 people on the cheese wheel pasta. And I swear, oh my gosh, it is probably the best fettuccine I have ever experienced. and that includes my time in Europe.
So how many of these entrees do you usually make a night?
I think it's around 60 every night.
Every night?
Depend on the night. So last time I made 9 in one night. Depend on the day. Usually minimum 3 or 4.
It's so unique, though, especially in the Midwest. It's not something you see at every restaurant.
So is this like when you're at a supper club and they start ordering the alcoholic ice cream drinks? You see one ice cream drink go by and then everybody has to order them? So just like one person all of a sudden order this and everybody else goes, dang, I want that.
I want that
we need
too.
to try that too. Is that what happens? One goes out and then all of a sudden everybody orders?
Just look at this culinary masterpiece. Oh my stars.
Yay. Cheers. Cheers.
Seriously, this was amazing. A little something to balance out the cheese, and make sure you save room for dessert. And now a word from our sponsor. This area is also home to the world's largest ball of paint.
Oh. Oh, there's the paint. Oh, the walls. There's Veronica taking pictures while I'm shooting video. They're getting everything. Look at this.
Anyway, this is what's in the middle.
That's what's in the middle.
It's the middle. Hold on, let me get a picture of that.
It's grown a little bit.
She'll lay down here a minute and we'll get her out of here.
Oh, she's fine.
It's got 28,671 layers of paint on this wall.
Oh my gosh.
28,000.
671. And you guys are gonna paint number 72.
Yay.
This thing weighs 9,670 pounds. It's right up here.
Wow.
It's got a scale on it now.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you do have a scale.
Now, I learned that in World War II, they stopped painting the planes because they realized how much weight the paint added to the
Right.
planes. So that's the same thing. This is proof that, yes,
The paint's
it does make a
heavy.
difference. The paint's heavy.
Yeah.
How
And here's-
fun is that?
And here's number 1 layer of when my boy was 3.
Aww.
Her dad.
So how many years ago was that?
This has been 46 years ago. January 1st, 1977 is when that layer was put on there.
So is that, were you thinking, we're gonna make the world's largest ball of paint? Or was that,
Well,
okay, I need to entertain this
that's
kid,
my
let's paint
second
something?
ball.
That's your second
That's
ball?
my second ball. My first one was when I was in high school. A baseball was accidentally knocked into some paint. So I wrapped a wire around it and I just kept dipping and painting it. And it took me 2 years to put 1,000 layers on it. I still got it and it's over there in the corner.
Well, look at that.
600.
We are getting ready to add a layer of paint to the world's largest ball of paint.
That's the layer you're going.
28,672. That's the number layer that we're gonna be putting on there. So Veronica, right back there, you're gonna see my friend
And this
Veronica,
whole building is dedicated to.
hip grandma. Her and I, we're painting the world's largest ball of paint here. So I'm excited. Are you excited? Yay, we'll share a picture after it's
And
done.
Mrs. Haley, start it. Oh, I want to step on your toes. All right, here we go, Miss Cheesehead. Ready? Yeah. And the painting begins. Ah.
You want over here?
Ooh.
And of course, we're doing this
right, so it gets heavier.
because I'm with hip grandma and paint is like a total thing. I don't
Oh,
care. But
yeah.
paint- Yeah. You have to paint the whole. I didn't stand a chance. It was
Oh,
gonna be
you're
paint
good.
or nothing.
You ready, Dannelle? I walked out of my shoe.
I love how he expedites this for us.
Oh, we gotta get all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
So we asked about, is there a certain kind of paint that he prefers? He buys partials, clearance, mist tints, pretty much anything he can get his hands on, and a lot of paint is also donated. Now, it's nice to have a variety of colors so you can easily see our pink going over a layer of yellow, and he does that for each person. Now, it's kind of like a little mini cardio workout. You reach up, you reach down, you're getting a lot of motion going there. And my tip for you is to not wear something that you really, really love, because there will be a little bit of splatter. The paint will clean out of your clothes if you get it quick enough, but you want to dress for the activity that you are doing. All in all, this was actually really fun and something that would be amazing to do with the kids. Can't you see that?
Okay, Veronica and I just learned that nobody else has worn shirts and rolled around on the ball before. So not only are we the current record holders for painting the largest ball of paint, but apparently we are the only ones that put on t-shirts and then rolled around the ball to decorate the t-shirts. So, oh my gosh, that's another first for us. And now I know you're gonna come here and you're gonna wanna do it, but we beat you to it. No, it's a fun experience. You gotta do this, you gotta try it yourself.
Now it's time for a travel tip from the pros.
Okay, so when you're traveling and you really want to eat well, and you want to try some of the nice, hot, maybe expensive restaurants in the city you're visiting, but you also don't want to spend a lot of money, make a reservation at lunchtime instead of at dinner. Portions will be a little smaller, the prices will be a little lower, they might even have specials. And in addition, if you're traveling with children, they're much less tired and they're much more able to sit through a nice long lunch at lunchtime than at dinner.
A quick visit to Sophie's Bagels in Pendleton was the perfect way to start our day. Everything from boba tea to hot drinks. I personally went with the avocado toast, and I love everywhere you look, there's special little touches. Elephant murals, and if you're outside, make sure you hunt for fairies in the garden. Now it's time to support some agricultural tourism. We're going to hit Simple Goodness Soaps. Okay, we are at Simple Goodness Soaps, and we're going to come in. Oh my gosh. Oh, it smells so amazing in here. Take a look. How adorable is this place? Simple Goodness Soaps. The smell is heavenly. I have a little greeter. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Yeah. Animal friendly. So look at all the amazing things. It smells so good in here. Oh, we're going to go meet somebody. Yay. So this is Kelly. She's the owner here at Simple Goodness Soaps. And Kelly, what was your first product? How did you get started with this?
Laundry soap was the very first thing we ever made, and my daughter was one when I first started, just trying to look for something natural to make at home. And I just wanted to go back to how my great-grandmother would have done it back in the day, when it was probably 2 or 3 ingredients. It cleaned the laundry. It didn't leave your skin coated with any extra ingredients you didn't need. It didn't damage the clothes. It just got the job done. So I started doing research, and that was where I came up with a recipe to wash our clothes with and give my daughter a healthier start with her laundry.
I totally love that, because if you look in the laundry product aisle, I mean, like I get migraines, so scents drive me nuts. So you have scented laundry detergent. Then they have the scents that they add to the laundry. Then there's the fabric softener. Then there's the stuff afterwards. All of those extras, every time there's added scents, I'm like, those are extra chemicals.
Yes. Yeah.
So keeping it simple and going back, I mean, thank you. I love companies like yours that are doing this, because I think it's such a huge thing. It's especially when you've got little people or pets that are a lot more sensitive to everything. It's a huge perk to, what you're doing and how you're helping everybody else.
Yes, yeah. So we use no fillers in our laundry soap. A lot of laundry soaps have wax fillers, which over time we have determined that is very hard for the washing machine. It also builds up in your clothes. So everything that's in our laundry soap is basic. It's going to wash the clothes and be done, and not leave an extra residue in your clothes or tear up your washing machine from the extra residue.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So here's the laundry soap. Laundry soap in a jar, soap refills, travel bags. Oh my gosh, travel bags. How awesome is that? Especially when you're staying at places where you've got like an Airbnb, things like that. I think this is incredible. So yes, I'm buying some.
So I'm wrapping up my time here at Simple Goodness Soaps, and Kelly was fantastic. You can see I can barely hold up my bag with one hand. We're not going to say about how much I spent here, but it was amazing. I've got tons and tons and tons of incredible things here, from body butters to soaps to, oh my gosh, bath bombs, so that I can like pamper myself later. So Simple Goodness Soaps here in Indiana, Madison County. You need to check it out for yourself. Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
Now I know it's been a minute since I talked about food. This time we are at the Tin Plate of Elmwood. Loaded ribbon fries. Start with these, topped with their Pig Shack original pulled pork barbecue, shredded cheese, sour cream, and jalapenos, which we skipped the jalapenos. Seriously, you're going to fight over those. And then there's the roast beef Manhattan. Think hot roast beef sandwich, but with a tomatoey sauce and shredded meat instead. It was very different. And then there is the Missing Man table. This is a symbolic display to honor and remember fallen or missing service members. Pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters all have a different meaning. And then there are the challenge coins. Look those up. You'll be surprised. No visit to this area would be complete without hitting the Uranus Fudge Factory.
18 delicious flavors for you to choose from. We can get you a
What's your
taste of
favorite?
Uranus. My favorite is the raspberry vanilla.
I was looking at that one.
Yes, it's good. It's not too overpowering. It's very good. Obviously, the fan fave is your peanut butter chocolate.
Are you ready to pack my fudge?
I'm so ready. I'm so ready to pack your fudge.
baby.
You let me know.
Oh my gosh, this place is freaking hilarious, and the different things that they have. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at t-shirts that say things like boogers taste like chicken. Sawdust is man glitter. Oh, this one is awesome. Today, I'm gonna give it my sum. This place is a hoot. And oh my gosh, Veronica, Hip Grandma, and I, we're just wandering around this place. It's got candy, it's got shirts, it's got gifts. There's so many things. This is a hoot. Have you ever been to Uranus when you're in Indiana? Let me know. This is just freaking hilarious. For those of you that collect pressed pennies, they can hook you up here. Okay, so this might not be the place for everyone. Teenagers will definitely love the potty humor. There's tons of great ways to take your pictures, and they have ice cream. Oh, my stars. If you time your visit right, you might even get to meet Cletus and ask about his world-famous nuts. Two shy people, one camera. Uh-oh, here we go.
3, 2, 1, action.
Please, drop your nuts in my sack.
Well, the hillbilly briefcase is great for putting a nut sack in there. So there you go.
4 words for you here. Black raspberry chocolate chip. Next thing you know, it was time for dinner. This took us to 1925 Pub House. Just look at those big, open, floor-to-ceiling almost windows that let so much light in. Now, the street corn dip. That's the appetizer you absolutely have to try. The flavors, the textures, everything works together to make it amazing. But Chef's Kevin's fish tacos, that was the winner. If you ask me, the fish was light, it was flaky, it wasn't greasy when it was fried, and that had a nice little bite with the coleslaw, whatever it was that they mixed in with it. So that ended a beautiful day. We had to head back to the hotel to get ready for getting actually back on the road the very next day. The next morning, we started off at Waffle House, which is pretty close to the hotel. I didn't know Veronica had never been to a Waffle House before, and we hit them every time we go south. There's my waffle and my hash browns smothered and covered. I don't know about you, but that's my go-to. So we were back in the car before you know it and headed on to our next location. We had such a great time in Anderson, Madison County, Indiana, and hope that you visit it soon and check it all out for yourself. There's my book, 100 Things to Do in Wisconsin Before You Die, at all major retailers. Thank you so much, Maureen, for taking such great care of us. We really enjoyed our time there. Trapello is our sponsor, travelingcheesehead.com/save$. Travel tip, thank you again, Eileen Gunn, familiesgotravel.com. Check out our group, Wisconsin Road Trips, on Facebook. And this has been a Traveling Cheesehead production. For more travel tips, check out travelingcheesehead.com.